We would have been very surprised if the ruling went any other way than it did today. Obviously, we are grateful. I think this just to us shows that this was some form of a witch hunt by the Nelson Mandela Foundation to try to shut down voices of people who disagree with the ideas of the ruling party and the ruling elite, the broad ruling alliance. The whole issue, as we've said repeatedly, for us it isn't about the flag. We don't have any particular loyalty towards the flag. We are on record repeatedly discouraging people from displaying the flag. The issue here is not the flag. The issue here is the protection of civil liberties, the protection of freedom of expression, and more particularly protecting people when they express themselves in a way that is not aligned with the ideas of the ruling party. The crux, as far as I understand it, is that there's no contempt of court. The judgment by Judge Muchave was a declaratory order. It didn't say that I, for example, would be in contempt if I use the flag. Obviously, I only asked a question about the flag combined with a picture of the flag. But then he also said that they are welcome to take the more appropriate route, which would be to file a complaint at the Equality Court for hate speech. I doubt that even if they do that, that would succeed. But if they do that, it would be a further proof for us that this is some form of a witch hunt. I don't think this is very good publicity for the Nelson Mandela Foundation, but of course I'm not their advisor.
Well, we accept the judgment today by the judge. We think that I think this process that we're engaged in is an important one for our democracy, but also I think the rule of law. And that is why we took the matter here at this particular court. On the day that the judge started listening to this case, he was asking the question as to whether the matter belonged here in the first place. So we are not particularly surprised by the judgment, because I think that's the matter that he was dealing with himself. I think for us as a foundation, it would be irresponsible to comment on the judgment itself, primarily because the judge gave a summary judgment, and I think we need to go and read the full judgment and understand where he's coming from, what his judgment was based on, and then think about our next steps. So at this point, I think our position is that we accept the judgment, and I think we would like to emphasize that we, as a foundation, respect the judiciary, we abide by the law, and I think we support the work that the hard work that the judges are doing.